We're with Stevens head men's volleyball coach Dan Buehring and student athletes Percy, Bickford, and Connor Feulner following the Ducks' 4-set win over Juniata in the quarterfinals of the NCAA tournament. Coach, an opening statement, please.
Opening statement is nothing's easy this time of year, that's for sure. I think we're seeing that with some of the other results being really challenging. Juniata was really, really good. That was tough. That was just a really, really tough amount of pressure they put on us. I was really glad to see the guys be so tough and find their way out of that. I want to give some props to probably first Tyler Christensen for kind of single-handedly winning the second set for us. I thought that was pretty baller. And assistant coach Michael Burkhart for having a really, really good game plan on these guys. We had a pretty good idea what they're going to do. Just need to step in front of it and execute. And just really, really proud of these guys for carrying some tools with them to be blue-headed in the moment. I think that makes a big difference when there's a lot of pressure and seasons on the line and careers on the line, to be perfectly honest. So,
Coach, Juniata hit 500 in the first two sets against Springfield, really kind of took control of that match early. Tonight that wasn't the case. What was Stevens able to do so successfully that really kind of threw off any chance for Juniata to get momentum early in the match?
I mean, we just try to be a nightmare defensively. I thought we did a really good job getting in line on ball on time. That's a big thing for us. We just like to get in people's faces and just let them know they don't get to score. Nothing's going to be easy. I thought these guys did a nice job. Percy and Nathan held Mr. Phillips to 13 errors and negative hitting percentage. So, when you look at it, they're hitting 125, 250, and 0 in the sets that we won. So, for us, we just have a bit of a defensive identity where we just don't like to let people score points, and we become offensively pretty nasty in the interim. So we're just trying to drive a wedge between what people hit and what we hit.
Connor, 16 total blocks as a team. You were responsible for 7. Percy and Loudon combined on the opposite side. Connor, did you almost take that personally to kind of, not single-handed, it's not the right word, but rise to the occasion because you knew what Juniata did offensively, that you were not going to let it happen tonight?
Yeah, 100%. We've played them twice already. We kind of know what's coming our way. And like Dan said, Michael put together a really good scout. We kind of just executed. Our communication at the net has been better than ever, and you see the result tonight.
Percy, what the offense for Stevens, as Coach pointed out, Juniata's hitting percentage, Stevens hit 348, 400, and 500 in the 3 sets that they won. What was clicking for the team offensively? Because when you look at the box score, you lead the team. There's only 10 kills, which doesn't seem like it's a big number.
Yeah. I think Loudon just does a really good job of spreading the offense. So even if one of our other hitters isn't having the best game or isn't doing well for a span of points, just their presence on the court is distracting for the defense and contributes, even if they're not necessarily producing. But I think they're a really good serving team, so we got better and better at passing throughout the game, and that allowed Loudon to dish a little bit better, and I think that's it.
Connor, the team watched the Springfield Juniata match and really looked focused on the match. Juniata takes the first 2 sets, Springfield takes the next 2 sets. Juniata wins set 3 tonight. What does Coach say in the huddle to make you guys come out so strongly in that final set?
I don't know if I can remember exactly what he said, but what he's been saying a lot these last couple days is that it's all in us, and there's nothing we need to reach for. We just need to play our game.
Meaning?
Breathe and be in the moment. Have fun. We're better than, I think we're better than every team we play, so we just need to go out there and have fun, and we're going to perform.
It's a good mindset. Is that the mindset that took over in the fourth set, Percy?
I think so. And also, I could speak for me and the other fifth-year students and guys graduating. I think after the 3rd set, it just really kicked us into another gear, and we were just able to dominate in the 4th, and I think it just reminded us how capable we are and how it's really all in us to bring that energy into every set that we play.
Coach, you mentioned Tyler Christensen. Folks look at a stat sheet and say Stevens had 2 aces, but they were both by Tyler Christensen. Speak to his play a little bit over tonight and yesterday, because he was a key contributor yesterday as well.
I mean, I'd actually like to open that up and unpack it a little bit. I mean, a year ago, he had spent something like 3 or 4 months in a basement, quiet, no sounds, no light, because he had a pretty crippling concussion. So he's gone from the depths of really debilitating concussion protocol to just trying to figure out what risk he's comfortable with, to how can I contribute even if it's not on the court, to I think I can take this small little bit of risk and serve balls in the back of the court and be really far away from anything up there that'd be risky. And he has done one thing in practice and one thing only, and that is serve. And he has done it with the most incredible humility and character, where he's just been like, what can I do to help this team? That's the only question and focus I have, because it's a privilege to be part of a group. There's this high character that works this hard, that's this funny, that enjoys himself this much. And so I want to unpack that to say a lot more than just the last 2 matches. And I mean, he inspires all of us. Would that be fair to say, guys?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's like one of the best humans we have on the team, and incredibly focused. And for him to go in there and win us an entire set after coming off of not having the opportunity to play the game, we go through gratitudes to start every practice, and he's just, I'm just happy to be here. Just happy I get to play volleyball today, guys. You know, and other guys are like, oh, Loudon doesn't set me enough, and like, you know, Loudon's being such a grouch, and Tyler's just, I'm just happy to be here, you know? And it just reminds us all to like really appreciate the moment and get after it. So when you go back there and you serve in that moment, you're just like, yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Let's see what we can do. I think it's a really good attitude. So I just want to open that up and tell a little bit of his story, because he's such an incredible inspiration to all of us.
And Connor, what you and coaches kind of talked about a little bit in your wonderful statements about Tyler, exactly what Juniata credited you guys with, about being such a tight unit, being such a close group, and that was something they, I don't want to use the word emulate, but something they were looking to do in their program as well. Would you agree with that assessment, that especially the group of graduate students and seniors, would you agree that this group is pretty cohesive and very tight and things like that?
I mean, yeah, it's a priority of ours. I mean, ever since Dan walked into this program, handed us our first Stevens Men's Volleyball Handbook, we knew that character was what was going to drive us forward, and well, that's what's important. Is if we play for each other, we're just going to be the best that we can be.
Coach, last question. Loris and Cal Lou, at the time we started recording, still playing, so that result is a final, but that will be the semifinal opponent at the end of the week. Not exactly teams that Stevens plays on a regular basis, or may not have played at all in history.
I don't think so.
How does a team prepare for that in such a quick turnaround with an opponent you've never you know very little about?
We just don't think about it that much, to be perfectly honest. We know they'll be purple. That's a good start, you know, like I know that. And we're going to do the same thing we always do, which is work incredibly hard, play really good Stevens volleyball for one another. And, you know, they're good. I don't, whichever one it is, they've got a lot to deal with, and we're really confident in our game. We can bring a lot to the table. We're humble and we're hungry. We always respect our opponents, and it's a pretty good formula. And we'll kind of figure out what their attackers do and some things in between, but we'll have multiple days to put that together. And I'm very familiar with them from a past life too. So, but we definitely know they'll be purple.
Congratulations on an outstanding match.